the third and final creature has been selected. Mod Map Titan is the most popular map on Steam Workshop, and a totally brand new creature is also being released at some point this year. You're right kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So that's right, the community submitted creature has now been selected after 9 rounds of elimination, whereby the devs actually showed us how each creature was eliminated through each round of the voting process. It was really cool to see this in action and how each dino was eliminated per round, and credit to Craig Brown, lead level designer of course, who set this up and allowed us to not only see how first place became first, but also what became a very close second, and we'll get to that one in just a moment. But that's right, Desmodus Draculae is going to be the third creature coming to us with Fjordur when it drops in June, along with, of course, as I'm sure you know by now, the Andrewsarchus and the Fjordur. Whilst it does have to be noted the ability submitted with this creature may not factor in the final version of this creature, it's good to read and understand what we're going to expect. Well, we are certainly going to expect at the very least a new flyer, that's right. And credit to the fan art dossier that described it as follows: quite a sight to behold, looming out of the jungles at night to stalk prey with their excellent vision and echolocation prowess. Desmodus seems to be quite remarkable when tamed, proving its worth with its low stamina drain, flying speed, and air maneuverability during the night. However, during the day they seem to fly slightly slower, and their stamina does drain faster. Their night vision is unrivaled though, giving a near grayscale vision when needed, as well as a superb echolocation that allows it to have a near radar sense and can see targets around corners and further away. On top of that, they have evolved to harness their echolocation screech into a defense mechanism. By releasing a loud screech at their enemies, they can blur vision and cause a severe ringing in their foes' ears. Most tribesmen utilize these as stealth ambush mounts. With their ability to climb most surfaces and run on the ground, they are perfect for surprise attacks. On top of everything, they have the ability to latch onto their targets. Meaning, I guess we're going to see a creature that combines many abilities of different creatures you've already come to know, such as of course the Megalosaurus, any latching creature like a DINOS, and a combination of snow owl and cinemacrops that can deafen their foes, hopefully survivors. But it does need to be noted, none of these abilities may make the final cut when we see this actual creature. But credit to the community not only submitting wonderful fan art in association with this, but the votes themselves. There were 64,000 votes in total to decide who was going to be that third and final creature to land with Fjordur in June of this year. Very excited to see it in action along with the Andrewsarchus and the Fjordur, and a bit surprised that this one actually won the vote. I certainly thought the bison would come through at the end, and even the Carcharodontosaurus being a big fan favourite amongst you, and well, coming a very close second. And because of that, I think it is also going to be added to ARK this year. Yes, the Carcharodontosaurus that won the top 10 creatures you wanted vote that we did personally on our YouTube channel for a top 10 list ourselves has come through, and the devs have picked it, I'm guessing because it came a close second, to be in the game and be possibly the Giga rival you've always wanted. As the devs say, in addition to 3 new creatures launching in June with Fjordur, we'll also be releasing the Carcharodontosaurus as a separate free update later in June 2022. If you don't know what the Carcharodontosaurus is, it's a big creature that almost rivals a Giga. It's not quite as big as a Giga, definitely bigger than a Rex, and I think it's going to be seen as a bit of a go-between between the two that's going to be able to rival it somehow, maybe if you've got them in packs. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what they're actually planning to do with this, but I do think this may potentially be the new Theropod you're going to want to have in ARK to rival all other carnivores in the game. And if you want to learn more about this creature, what its abilities might exist to be, well, go check out my top 10. It's there in #1 spot, and I'm very much looking forward to this one, perhaps more than most. I know a lot of people out there think that we don't need any more theropods in the game, but personally, for me, I think something new to join that carnivore roster. Will be a great new addition. We haven't had anything like this in such a long time, and I'm excited to see this in action. And when are we going to get it? That's right, the devs aren't releasing this with Fjordur. They've said later in June 2022. What exactly that means, if it's going to be pre-Fjordur or after Fjordur, not too sure about that. I think personally it's going to be dropped before Fjordur. June is very, very far away, and something like this would be a great bridge gap until we wait for that new map. But if it's going to be after, then it feels a bit too close to potentially ARK 2 being dropped and not being as relevant as it should be. So people need to be able to use this creature and have a bit of fun with it before the new sequel comes along, and especially what seems to be ARK 1's last full year before we get the big sequel. Speaking of, we've not heard anything new about ARK 2 yet. There's no news this side of the year. Hopefully we are going to hear more and more information, especially as we head closer to E3, the big gaming conference in June. I think they're going to reveal all the details there, maybe save quite a few for the Extra Life stream that they do at the end of the year, and potentially drop this right at the end of the year, though I still do think we're going to see a delay. But no more details apart from this trailer and what we can break down from this. And the artist did say that we're going to see high fidelity, realistic looking dinos in the game, but not really much more else apart from knowing it's going to be on Unreal 5, the brand new spanking crisp clean engine that I'm very much looking forward to seeing in action and how good it really is. And that's right, we're talking about the mod map Titan, once again only talking about it a couple of days ago because some big new news has just dropped on my lap. It is now the most popular mod map on Steam Workshop. That's right, and that's a big deal considering this was only released a couple of months ago and is still heavily in development. Don't get me wrong, I think this is a wonderful creative map and there are so many cool new features with this, but there's still a long way to go before it becomes a finished final version of the map. But yet, even this so early on in its development, you voted this as to be your most favourite mod map in ARK, which is mind-blowing. And a big congratulations to codigoalex and all of his work put into this, and I can't wait to see what more you are going to bring to this map. Of course, brand new trading, shop features, planet travelling that we talked about a few days ago. This promises so much. Wildcard will be hiring you in the future, I'm very sure, along with probably Nakatus, because I guarantee you Fjordur is going to be the best map you have ever played. I keep telling you this and I keep feeling I'm on repeat, but I do need to iterate that Fjordur is such a great map, and you're now getting 3 new creatures with that and a 4th one, the Carcharodontosaurus. A lot of you have wanted this for a long time, and it is now finally coming. Can't wait to see more details on this. My name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.